All right, what's up, everybody? I did a little change. I took a shower, washed my hair after that nice run, and I'm preparing to get ready to go to a Cubs game here in Chicago. If you missed my live demonstration of me trying to make eggs in the hotel room, well, here I am again to kind of check in on my little experiment. So, once again, if you missed it before, I basically took some of the best eggs I can find, which I like this brand of eggs, which is the Vital Farms eggs, pasture-raised organic eggs. You can get it at Whole Foods or any kind of health food store. They really go to extreme lengths to try to make sure that their eggs are the best they can be, free roaming, organic, pasture-raised, all of that goodness. And I'm in a hotel room here at the Waldorf Astoria in Chicago. It's an amazing hotel. Plug for the hotel. But as with most hotel rooms, unless you have like a crazy suite or you really require it or ask for it, there are no pots, no pans. Sometimes there's plates and things like that. But I happen to travel with a stainless steel French press. So this is going to kind of double over as my French press and as a pot. So currently I have 4 eggs in here of this quality egg. 4 eggs. I've done now, I think it ends up being 2 rounds of 10-minute cooking sessions, if you will. And the reason why I did 2 rounds of 10 minutes is because earlier I tried, I think it was 3 rounds of 7 minutes, and that didn't work out quite as well as I would have liked. So I'm back again. I decided to try another set of eggs. I left one from the previous batch. I left it in my refrigerator here. But now what I wanted to do was try to go a little bit longer with each round. And it's still cooking, so let's see what happens. As I take off the top of the French press, voila, you see it's still cooking, or it's still steaming, which means it's still relatively hot. And you know, let's hope that I can at least save one of these, all right? So I'm gonna put the eggs back up, create some space here for me. This is one of the eggs from the previous batch. As you see, well, actually, this might have turned out okay. I decided to cool it off a bit. Yeah, it's not bad. I mean, it probably could have cooked a little longer, but as you see here, it is cooked and edible, and you can kind of see the inside there, right? That's a nice looking yolk there, and it's not runny. So this egg actually could be okay to eat. But what I'm gonna do is wait for the other ones. I'm gonna cool these off. As you can see on the inside here, I'll kind of point this towards the camera. This is the inside. So I'm gonna pour these out, pour out the hot water, and then I'm gonna cool it off a bit before I decide to try to crack it. Crack them. Yeah, I don't wanna touch that. So, don't laugh at my little Turby towel. I use this to help my hair to dry a little faster. It's made out of hemp, so it's good for my hair. Gotta keep those locks looking good, guys and girls. All right, so I'm gonna rinse this off one more time just to get out any excess heat and debris from the egg whites. And I noticed earlier before I got in the shower, there's a few people commenting and asking questions. I think that's great. Thanks for reaching out. Yolanda mentioned this is a good way to also make other carbs like steaming rice and sweet potatoes. I think that's a great idea, and actually the toughest part of all this is try to figure out how long to keep it in, because obviously if you're using a kettle, a water kettle, the water is only boiling for a certain point in time, and then the heat sort of reduces. So I'm hoping that this 2 times 10 minutes of boiled water is enough to do what I want. So let's see. All right, so we've got the egg. We're gonna try to crack this bad boy. Feels hard. Yeah, and voila. This looks like what I want it to be. So I'm gonna play around with peeling this. Bear with me, because yeah, this is exactly what I want. So it's coming off nice and smooth. The other ones are still kind of cooling off, so I bet that'll be easier to peel. There's some interesting ways to be able to peel an egg a lot easier, but because this is my first time trying this with the French press and the steamer kettle, I decided to just go ahead and go at it. So here we are. So we've got the egg. Let me get off this little piece of shell. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and get my my sea salt and my organic pepper. Then I will peel the rest of these, and then I'll let you see what the inside of the egg looks like. It should be a nice orangish yolk that just lets me know that the yolk is healthy, the egg is healthy. So I'm gonna be right back. Don't go anywhere. Okay, so I have my organic, it's called Get Crackin', but it is a mix of peppercorn. So we've got organic black peppercorn, organic white peppercorn, and organic green peppercorn. I always keep this with me just because this is a high quality pepper source, because unfortunately not all pepper is good pepper. So sometimes if steam gets inside here or too much air, these peppercorns will oxidize very easily, and that's just kind of another word for going rancid. We don't want that to happen. It can also accumulate mold, things like that on the inside. So I get this organic peppercorn so I can grind it in this bottle, and I keep this with me. And then I also have from Uncle Harry's products, they have this sea salt and sea veggies. So this is kind of nice as well. I'm gonna sprinkle these on my eggs once I have them all uncracked or cracked. And let's go for the next round of eggs here. This is just kind of fun. I'm really doing this, you know, just because you never know. You never know if, you know, maybe it's late or really early. You don't want to get up. You don't want to call down. Sometimes you want to cook these things on your own, like I do. I don't want to have to rely on the staff. And let's face it, we're here at the Waldorf. It's probably expensive. So I'm just gonna peel these. Oh, this one acts like it wants to break. Don't break on me. And if you guys like eggs out there, enjoy. Also, a couple questions about the French press, the stainless steel French press I use. It is by the brand Gator, G-A-T-O-R. They make grinders and French presses and all sorts of tools that you would need to make coffee or tea. So check them out. I just simply bought this on Amazon, and it's great because I don't have to worry about it breaking while traveling. So here's another egg. As you see, it's still together, doing its thing. We got two more. Bear with me. This one kind of cracked because I believe it was a little too cold once the initial boiling water hit it. So I think it's what made this one cracked, or maybe there was already a crack in it. So this one should be easier to peel, and it is. Yep. Cool. So I think this experiment has worked quite well. We'll see once I season these bad boys and ingest. And my body's feeling really good right now. I mean, I just finished a 10K run. For those of you who didn't catch that at the beginning of my other live presentation here, but I just went for a long run and decided to try to make some eggs the whole food way, as in not going with the usual route of a protein shake. That's probably easier, but this was fun to do, and I figured why not? I haven't done a Facebook Live in a long time, so I just kind of thought this would be a good way to introduce another Facebook Live component. So if you guys like this kind of content, let me know and I'll do more of this. If not, then tell me and I won't. It's as simple as that. So obviously I like to do this stuff just because people, you know, maybe they want to know what I'm doing on the road. Not everybody has Instagram, although I do post quite a bit on Instagram. Also, this is another plug for my podcast. If you guys prefer listening while you're driving to work in the morning and you want to, you know, hear some useful tips for working out and eating healthy, listen to my podcast. It is called Simply Walk the Talk. And you can find that in the podcast app, or you can go to our website, simplywalkthetalk.com, and you can have a listen. All right, so I have finished the 4 eggs here. You see they're kind of steaming still. I'm going to season them. Let's see if I can get a video of this while I'm seasoning them. So I've got the pepper. We'll start with the pepper first. That's sealed. I'm going to keep these all together, and I'm sure I'm going to make a mess, but who cares? All right, so you can see the pepper has a nice rich smell to it, which is really good. And then I got my sea salt and sea veggies, and I'm just going to sprinkle a bit on here. Some of you may be wondering, Josh, isn't salt bad for you? Bad salt is bad for you, and too much of anything is bad for you, right? So you want to, you know, get the right kind of salt. Remember, salt is a mineral and is important for us to have in our bodies, especially if we may be depleted after sweating. I just went for a nice long run and I sweat a lot. So I'm gonna let's bite into this first one because it's the coolest. It's the one that cooled off the most. Get a little bit of that seasoning here. And let's look at what the inside looks like. Perfect. So this experiment went very well. I'm one happy man. I'm about to take off this turby towel because I think my hair is dry by now. I'm gonna finish eating the rest of these. And yeah, I just wanna thank you guys for joining in. And if you want more of these, let me know. If you don't, like I said, either don't watch it or tell me off and I'll do something else. Or if you have any other questions or demonstrations you'd like to see, other things that I do, let me know. So once again, I'm about to sign off. Check out my podcast, Simply Walk the Talk. Hit me up, write in the comments, ask me questions, and maybe we'll do more of these, all right? Until next time,